This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. Many of you will be outside this weekend enjoying the many holiday attractions just getting underway.
So how much will you need to bundle up? Kevin joins us now with the forecast.
Eventually, we'll go the other way and start taking some layers off. Temperatures over the weekend will make it into the 40s. Nice cool breeze tonight. It's west or northeast at about 12 miles per hour. 36 is our temperature. We're above freezing at 11 o'clock. That's a nice sign as we go through tomorrow. Below average temperatures. Remember, averages in the 50s. We'll stay in the 40s both Saturday and Sunday with a mixture of clouds and sunshine on the way tomorrow. During the morning hours, temperatures around 30 degrees. A few more clouds in the morning than we'll have in the afternoon. That represents some of the gray that you see there in the morning hours, but then sunshine takes over. Here are your high temperatures on Saturday. We'll build on this. Consider these the base temperatures from which we'll warm up.
People are really concerned over this intersection, and there's a gentleman that lives on the corner that's had 3 vehicles hit his house, so obviously something needs to be done.
New at 11, a deadly collision sparks a movement. People in Boone County say something has to be done to keep another tragedy from happening. At what they are calling a dangerous intersection, RTV6's Troy Washington is working for you to figure out how to fix the problem and save lives.
Sherry Dennis will be missed. Her life was cut short at this intersection of County Road 100 South and County Road 400 East on Thursday morning, leaving a family grieving that hadn't yet healed from the last heartbreak.
We've lost 2 relatives to tragic car accidents in the past 6 months.
Before Dennis died, her son was killed at a different intersection. This time, Jack Wilson is searching for closure through change.
I've stood out here for 15 minutes and these cars are flying through here, and they're only stopping abruptly and then going. I just feel like it's a really unsafe area.
The speed limit is supposed to be 40 approaching the intersection, and signs are posted to let drivers know cross traffic doesn't stop. But those who live close by say it's a tricky area. Drivers say they can't see at the intersection because their vision is blocked, and that's causing crashes. Vaughn Howard says hearing about Thursday's deadly collision took it over the top for her. Wanting a resolution once and for all, she got everyone that she could reach to email Boone County commissioners.
If something simple like making it a 4-way stop will save one life, that makes all the difference in the world. I mean, that seems so simple. If people get hit at 5 mile an hour instead of 40 mile an hour, maybe it'll save a life.
The emails and our calls got the attention of commissioners who tell us they've already started looking at crash data to work towards a solution. And they've sent out crews to check visibility, trim trees, and cut brush. Working for you in Boone County, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And the Boone County Commissioner tells us they've added a discussion about the intersection and their findings to the agenda for their meeting on Monday. The commission says the safety concerns are on their radar. If you have a problem and need help getting results, contact us at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
Today marks 2 years since the death of an Indianapolis woman in a domestic violence situation. Her family is still waiting for justice.
It's not a day that I do not miss my daughter, but whoever you are, we're coming for you. We want you.
21-year-old Kaylin Cole was found shot inside a car near South Senate Avenue on November 15th, 2017. A detective says there is a person of interest in the case. Right now, police are only releasing that man's street name, which is Rock. In order for charges to be filed, IMPD needs witnesses to come forward.
The family's concerned about the case going to the cold case unit, and we've reassured them that it's not. It's going to stay an active case.
We appreciate the officers' efforts in our niece's case, but the simple truth of the matter is we ain't no further along today than what we were 2 years ago.
The detective plans to conduct more interviews in the coming weeks. You can report information to Crime Stoppers anonymously by calling 317-262-TIPS. A man charged in a shooting that left a 1-year-old Indianapolis girl dead will no longer go to trial on Monday. Instead, 30-year-old Brian Palmer is pleading guilty to battery charges. In exchange, prosecutors dropped a murder charge. A bullet fired from outside a home on the north side struck and killed Malaysia Robson in March of last year. Palmer will be sentenced next month.
The public is invited to a memorial ceremony honoring a Fishers K-9 killed in the line of duty. It starts at 6 o'clock on November 20th at the Fishers High School gym. Police say a suspect shot and killed K-9 Harley during a manhunt early Wednesday morning. Following the ceremony, officers will lead a procession from the high school to the police station. A potential reward of up to $5,000 is being offered for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of these suspects. Investigators say the burglars broke into Atkinson Firearms in Greenwood Tuesday evening and stole 9 firearms. You can report tips by calling 1-800-ATF-GUNS.
A new project will help address a growing problem across central Indiana, young adults living on the streets. 2 community leaders teamed up to buy a rundown home on the east side. It will be renovated and transformed into a shelter called 91 Place. Founder Jenna Schaefer says this will provide young people with more than a roof over their heads.
A place like this that is going to provide not only safe housing, but true community and true relationship and, the life skills that they need to become independent adults. The
home is geared toward people between the ages of 18 and 22, especially those from the east side. Leaders hope to have the first few people move in by the end of the year. For more information or if you'd like to donate, go to the RTV6 app and click on this story.
This map shows the 133 school districts across Indiana that have already canceled classes or are having an e-learning day on Tuesday so teachers can go red for ed. More than 12,000 teachers and educators will be at the State House to rally for better education laws, including Randy Harrison. Harrison teaches government at Anderson High School. He says a lack of funding and constant changing policies are hurting public school students.
If you change the test every year, how do you become successful? Any student, even our best and brightest, would still struggle. It's like playing darts, and they move the bullseye every time you go to throw the dart.
Governor Eric Holcomb says he plans to push for changes in mandatory testing, and he wants to make teacher pay not just competitive, but leading in the Midwest.
A special late-night adoptathon wrapped up about an hour ago at Indianapolis Animal Care Services, but many animals in need of forever homes are still available. The event allowed people who may not be able to visit the shelter during normal hours to adopt a pet. IACS is constantly dealing with overcrowding, especially when it is cold outside.
We need the community support. We need adopters to come in. We need volunteers to come volunteer. We need donations. It takes an entire community to help support the shelter.
The IACS shelter is on South Harding Street. Normal adoption hours are from 10 to 6 Monday, Tuesday, Friday through Sunday, 10 to 7 on Thursday, and they're closed on Wednesday.
Poor reading skills are a barrier to employment that many people face. Coming up, how a Central Indiana organization is helping change that.
They're all bundled up and ready to go. A little bit of Dave's home video. We're at Western Boone as they take on Heritage Christian. Regional championships on the line, and the places are packed. Friday Football Frenzy coming up.
And working for you nearly 3 months after reaching out to RTV6 for help, residents of an Indianapolis mobile home park are getting relief and results instead of being forced to leave their homes behind with nothing to show for it.
Jeff Milton is among the dozens of mobile homeowners receiving the good news they've been hoping for after a new agreement between the park's landowners and the Indiana Attorney General now requires each resident to receive the title for their mobile home or get back the money they paid for it.
It really sounds good, and you guys have been a great help.
You'll remember, RTV6 was the first to shine light on this issue after residents called our newsroom saying they were being forced to leave the mobile homes they owned, but were not given the titles or compensation for the homes, many of which cannot be moved. The agreement between the AG's office and Blue Lakes Incorporated ensures the mobile home park remains open until all titles and payments are returned.
Well, to go somewhere and live happily ever after. I know it probably won't be that white picket fence, but at least I'll be somewhere, and I won't have no worries anymore.
Ashley Home Store. This is home.
This is RTV6 News at 11. Working for you.
The motive behind a mass shooting at a high school in Southern California may remain a mystery. Tonight, police announced the suspect has died. Investigators say a 16-year-old student at Saugus High School shot 5 classmates yesterday, killing 2, and then he shot himself in the head.
Impeachment hearings continue next week. The House Intelligence Committee says the public will hear from 8 officials who have already appeared for closed-door depositions. Today, the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine testified. Marie Yovanovitch told lawmakers that the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, worked with allegedly corrupt Ukrainians to get her fired.
Shady interests the world over have learned how little it takes to remove an American ambassador who does not give them what they want.
President Trump attacked Yovanovitch on Twitter during the hearing. Democrats accuse him of witness tampering. You can find in-depth coverage of the impeachment hearings at abcnews.com.
The RTV6 Shines On Toy Drive is off to a great start thanks to your generous donations. This year's collection started tonight at the new Christmas Nights of Lights display at the State Fairgrounds. The drive-through attraction features more than 1 million lights synced to holiday music. Part of the proceeds from tonight will go to our toy drive. Toy donations will also go to families in need. Christmas Nights of Lights goes through January 1st, and we'll share more ways to donate to the toy drive in the coming days. Kevin.
Music that will appeal to everybody, too, synchronized to those lights. Could take 30 minutes or a little longer to drive through there, so enjoy. Temperature 36 in Indy right now. That's some real progress. Remember, we had high temperatures this week that were in the lower 20s. Slowly but surely, temperatures are headed toward average, at least when we get through the 7-day forecast. 26 is what we'll wake up to in Indianapolis. Lafayette and Peru in the mid-20s. I think we'll see a little more cloud cover in the morning, then pick up more sunshine through the day. We'll reverse the process on Sunday and just have increasing clouds all day. Tomorrow, temperatures below average. We're just slightly warmer, kind of offset then by the cloud cover increasing on Sunday. 44 the magic number. During the day Saturday noon, 36 degrees. The wind will be east at about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures peak with sunshine in the mid to late afternoon at 42 for the high. Talking about some college football in the state of Indiana. 2:30 kickoff up in South Bend, 35 degrees and partly to mostly cloudy. Ball State with a 3:30 kickoff, 37 and partly sunny. Good days temperature-wise for a little football. Temperature Saturday, cooler to the north, warmer to the south, all below average. As we start working on Sunday, the difference, clouds will increase through the day, becoming mostly cloudy. Temperatures will fight through that, should be low to mid-40s. There's your cloud cover at 4 o'clock Sunday. We have a chance for some light rain showers by 7 moving into western Indiana. I wouldn't rule out a melting snowflake or 2 Sunday night, then into Monday morning. That will start to pull away to the east. Temperatures next week start their climb. Monday and Tuesday still in the 40s. A noticeable and a nice jump into the 50s. Midweek temperature at 53 degrees. That gets us to average. That will feel like a heat wave. Doesn't last all that long because rain along a cold front Thursday opens the door to much colder air 1 week from today. Lots of football tonight. Let's go ahead to Dave.
From RTV6, this is Friday Football Frenzy.
Yeah, Kevin, what a night. Start off with number 1 versus number 3 in Class 5A. New Pal hosting Cathedral. Irish in white. A little RPO for Orrin Edwards. That's a 5-yard touchdown. Cathedral's up 10-7 on the road at the break. Late third then, still 10-7. Oh, here comes Charlie Spiegel. Watch some great blocking. Maybe one in the back there, but Spiegel goes for 50 yards, and New Pal retakes the lead at 14-10. The game really turns right here. Edwards finds Nathan McCahill, avoids a tackle, finally goes down, but not before Luke Canfield comes back, pops that ball out. Avon Jones recovers it. Spiegel added a short touchdown to make it 21-10, and then in the fourth, more from Spiegel. Look at the wheels. 64-yard score. 28-10 New Pal. Spiegel 4 touchdowns, 302 rushing yards as a team. New Pal advances 35-10. They improved to 12-0. I'll tell you who they play next here in just a bit. Oh, and a pick 6 as well. Good evening. It's the regional round of Friday Football Frenzy. Glad you're with us tonight. Crazy night where the stakes are raised and many times so is the play, including the MIC. Another week, another rematch of conference teams playing for the right to advance. Brad Brown, the story of Center Grove and Warren Central.
Week 1 of the regular season saw Warren defeat CG 21-14. Bigger stakes tonight, it would be the Trojans striking first. Taven Jackson finding Connor Delp for the touchdown. Extra point was off the upright, though, and it was just a 6-0 lead. Warren scored in the final minute of the first half. A long pass over the top to Marcus Brown got behind the defense, and the Warriors get the long TD. With the kick, they had a 7-6 halftime advantage. A huge storyline tonight was the return of Center Grove running back Carson Steele. Had been out the entire season with a foot injury. The second half, he showed why he is considered one of the state's best. A third-quarter touchdown run with 4 defenders on his back would give CG a 21-7 lead. Warren wasn't quite done. Quarterback Kobe Moore, calling his own number, gets to the outside, inside the pylon for that score. The Warriors were down by just 7. Center Grove's defense would have to step up late, and it was senior defensive end L.J. Weems coming up with one of the night's biggest sacks, enough to help the Trojans close out another regional championship. They're going back to semi-state with a 28-14 win.
Watch us come from, not so good of a start, and then coming back to win a regional game, and then be able to make it to semi-state, as well as the adversity coming back. I couldn't have been able to play again without them, so I just want to thank them very much for getting me here, and then we're going to take them all the way.
It's Center Grove's 8th regional championship in the last 9 years.
Love the hair on Carson as well. So that's one half of the South bracket in 6A. Boone County hosting the other half. In fact, busy night with 2A Western Boone also trying to advance. It's all a part of another edition of Dave's Home Video. Yeah, we're starting here in Zionsville tonight as they take on Ben Davis for the 6A Regional, but something else pretty special is happening here tonight. This, of course, is Mark James, lead announcer and anchor for the IndyCar Radio Network. His son here is also, they introduced the son to us here.
Defensive coordinator Evan. The resemblance is uncanny. I mean, the same height, the same build, and everything. But yeah, in his first year here in Zionsville.
They've got the broadcast along with the legendary Lance Shive here. But Evan won a sectional championship in Monrovia 10 years ago. Yep. He's the DC here in Zionsville. Yeah. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Defensive coordinator, great family. Mark and Lance on the IHSA webcast tonight. Scoreless in the first. That changed, though, in the second. BD and White started running the Wildcat down in the red zone. Olajuwon Hassel, the 5-yard score. Third quarter on the goal line. Hassel again on the Wildcat. That's a 1-yard touch. And then in the fourth, same story. Big hole coming up here as Hassel, one of 4 touchdowns. Ben Davis advances 28-7. 10th-ranked Giants improved to 8-4. So next Friday, Ben Davis at Center Grove in the 6A semi-state.
That's 4 touchdowns.
Plenty to cheer about if you're Western Boone this season. Heck, over the last couple seasons, really, how good have they been? Over the last 2 years, they won 26 of the 27 games. They won 10 in a row this year, and the defending 2A champs ready to go. Once again, the 2A regional championship against Heritage Christian. And Kevin Gregory, a little leftover ice around some of the fields. I remember all these teams practice out in the snow and ice all week. Weebo in the dark unit's opening drive, toss sweep. Connor Hull finds one. Tough 7-yard score. Western Boone up 7-0. Heritage Christian with a chance here. Max Milton back to pass. What a play right here, though. One-handed pick by Connor Hull. The one that just scored the touchdown. Look at the replay. One-handed grab. You kidding me? Weebo back in business. Ensuing drive. Spencer Wright, 1-yard score on the 4th down play. Western Boone advances 35-14. The Stars now 12-1. They get the winner of tomorrow's modern-day Triton Central game. Well, last night our Sports Extra spotlight on the Mount Vernon Marauders and the job head coach Mike Kirscher has done up there. Took over the program with roughly 40 kids or so in the team. Next year, they expect to have well over 100. Going for their first regional title tonight, but dealing with Ron Colley as well. The Rebels going for their 16th regional championship. And off to a good start. Rebels in white. Aiden Leffler here. The screen pass to Ryan Papandaria, and watch him go. Breaks tackles, finds the end zone, 24-yard score. Ron Colley up 9-7. Second quarter. Didn't see this coming at all. Deep ball. Garrick Sluniker. DeJuan Langston, 55-yard touchdown. Mount Vernon retakes the lead. Then, third quarter, Marauders trying to add to it. Keegan LaBelle on the goal line, fights his way in there. Mount Vernon wins their first ever football regional, 25-17. Now 11-2. They're at Evansville Memorial next week. A couple more teams playing up in Fort Wayne tonight. Back to Brad Brown.
Carmel's offense took mere seconds to make a statement tonight at Homestead. Dylan Downing with a quick burst and then he takes off. A 67-yard touchdown had the Greyhounds off and running. Homestead would tie it up, but Carmel was simply the better team tonight. Before the end of the half, Christian Williams to Aiden Ellison, part of a 31-7 victory. Carmel will host Merrillville in the 6A semi-state. A few miles away, Bishop Chittard taking on Concordia Lutheran. Game was 14-all still in the first quarter when the Trojans got the first big play of the night. Dalen Taylor takes the toss, and the offensive line clears the way for him. A 71-yard run to the house for the touchdown, and the route would be on after that. Chittard wins on the road 56-28. The Trojans will play at Mishawaka Marion for the 3A semi-state. Brad Brown, Friday Football Frenzy.
Brad, thanks. The Lutheran tonight. Saints ranked number 1 in 1A, hosting North Vermilion. Lutheran in the dark unis. How about Marcus McFadden? Watch the cutback right there and score. 7-0 Saints. North Vermilion answered to tie it at 7, but Lutheran answers right back. Blake White finds Joe Fabian in the end zone. Saints retake the lead 14-7. And then in the second quarter, watch Jalen Elliott. He'll add to this. Top-ranked team in 1A. They're still playing. 56-21 the final. They host West Washington in semi-state next week. Back to 5A quickly. Bloomington South playing from behind as they host Floyd Central, but it's a strip sack for the Panthers. Ethan Hensley scoop and score. Bloomington South goes ahead for good. 40-14 the final. They're now 8-4. They go to New Pal next week for the 5A semi-state. A couple of the scores. Mentioned Memorial. They beat Mooresville tonight 17-14. So the Pioneers done at 10-3. Danville playing in Vincennes tonight. Warriors advance 35-14. They'll be home for the 3A semi-state next Friday. And quickly to the Pacers tonight. On the road, taking on the second-best team in the West, the Houston Rockets. Domas Sabonis, left-handed, gets good. He tied the team high with 18. Doug McDermott also at 18. Pacers led by 9, but here comes James Harden. He had 44. Malcolm Brogdon left the game with a lower back issue, did not return. Rockets win 111-102, and tough back-to-back. The Pacers host the Bucks tomorrow night. The news at 11 continues after
down on the farm.
Hiring Hoosiers is an RTV6 initiative helping you write the next chapter in your career.
And tonight we are shining a light on a long-time program that's taking a new approach to helping adults sharpen their reading skills. Indy Reads has been around for 3 decades, but it's working within a new model that helps adults master reading and ultimately land a job they want. The Community Classrooms program is free and participants are taught on an individual basis. 58-year-old Michelle Smith has been in the program for 2 years.
Sometimes people would take advantage of you not knowing how to read. Before you can get a job, you have to know how to read something. You have to learn how to fill out applications for jobs. And so far, I haven't had that problem with trying to fill out an application yet.
To break the cycle of poverty, not only do we need to work with young people, but we also need to work with the adults that are at home, that when those young people go home, they have someone that's going to reinforce and help them with reading and writing.
Community Classrooms work on a semester schedule. The program hopes to work up to 400 students a semester. To learn more about Community Classrooms and other literacy and language programs offered by Indy Reads, including certification opportunities to help you land a job, go to hiringhoosiers.com. We'll be right back.
Can hurry in for Employee Pricing Plus.
Where are we going?
Dave just asked what I have, a self-driving car.
I asked if you had anything fun coming back. I'm in the back seat here.
Yeah, we're driving from the back seat. Temperatures right at 30 degrees to start the day. Afternoon high, 41. That's fun.
Can you green screen me in like I'm driving?
Yeah.
Maybe some fancy car.
Hey, yeah. Next week. We'll work on that.
I'll work on it.
All right, we're parking the car now. Everybody out.
It's Friday. I'm done.
This car is done. It's like a Dave Uber thing or something.
Where's this going?
To break.